Y'all, we need to have a little talk. I am deeply, deeply upset that my love, my baby, Miss Dawn,
oh my god, babe, wake up, it's Dawn,
is no longer with us. On Drag Race. That is so disappointing. Oh my gosh. I am so distraught at the moment. Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to move on from this. Anyway. Hello everyone, hope you're all having a good, amazing day, night, wherever you are. If you don't know me, my name is Dollyboy here on YouTube. I'm an artist, writer, and a drag queen. And today we're gonna be doing another little get ready with me before a little show. Tonight's a pretty big night because it is my first official booked guest, you could say, show here in North Carolina. If you saw my last video where I did my little Cruella de Vil moment, it was for an open competition, and I am very happy to say that I placed first. With my lovely shared co-winner, you could say, Mixcreant. Mixcreant? If that's how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it wrong. I still love you anyways. But yes, as my little prize for winning said competition, I get to have my little guest appearance in this show, and it's gonna be a very awesome, amazing show. Yeah, so again, I figured we just get ready together, do a little fun makeup moment, just chit chat. Just because we're changing into some different outfits, I thought we'd just keep it pretty plain and simple today. Pretty plain Jane.
Girl, grow a personality. Like, you're on television, sweetheart.
So I figured we'd do just some really hot pink blush, some really concentrated stuff on the sides, and then just do a nice little some gray, some blacks, a little smoky eye action. And then maybe we do a little devil horn brows a la Bosco.
Bosco! Bosco! Bosco!
Just keep it pretty fun, honestly. But before I ramble on any longer, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button down below. While you're down there, you might as well go subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I love you all so freaking much. It's been absolutely incredible seeing a growth and everything from just my last couple of videos. So maybe at 1,000 subscribers, we'll do a little special, maybe some cool videos, maybe a little giveaway. We'll see. While you're down there, you can go ahead and check out all my links in the description, as well as follow me over on Instagram at DollyboyXOXO, where you can see all cool looks, makeup stuff, past performances, everything. I post a lot of information over on there. Maybe I'll do all the giveaway stuff over on there. And while you're also down there, you can check out my merch link. All the merch that I have, pretty much designed by myself, aside from a few other stuff. But it's all pretty much designed by me. If you want to get some cool stuff and help support me out, feel free to do so. Get yourself t-shirts, hats, stickers, whole bunch of fun stuff. And I would really appreciate it. But we got to get ready for a show, so I'm gonna do my base off camera. I'm gonna throw my hair up in a wig cap, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so now that I look like a completely crazy person, let me just tell you some of the things that I did. So I just did my base as usual. If you want to know how I did that, I will leave it up on one of the cards on this side. I always forget. Also used my technique of using the Mayron Pink Cream Blend Stick for doing my blush. I did a pretty heavy amount of this first, and then on top of that, I did my bronzer, and then I did a couple layers of blush. I used the Dragon Fruit Days from House Laboratories, and then also the Summer of Love blush palette from Trixie Cosmetics. I used this shade mostly up on this side here, and then I kind of blended these two to kind of blend into the sides. And then I also did a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and then the bottom part of my chin as well. Cute. Okay, because we're doing so much on the blush side, I want to keep the eyes a little bit more plain Jane, you could say.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling.
Oh, also, I did my little double horn in the brows. These I'm gonna clean up a little bit later, but I just got them set down, and then I did the brow strokes with the lift and snatch brow pen from NYX Cosmetics. So we're gonna go in with the Hershey's Cookies and Cream palette today, and then I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure, maybe we'll do like a little pop of neon yellow, either like somewhere on the lid maybe, or like in the bottom corner here. We'll see about that though. I want to get all the black and gray down first, and then we'll go from there. I'm first going to start out with just a large fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take this lighter gray shade, and I'm just gonna get that on the brush. I'm gonna tap off a lot of the excess, and I'm gonna start mapping my eye shape. While I'm doing this, how are we feeling today? What's going on? Anything new? Any updates? Obviously from my little intro bit that you saw, we had to say goodbye to Little Miss Dawn this week on Drag Race, which was so disappointing. But I mean, let's be honest, if you're going up in a lip sync against Morphine Love Dion and they give you Body by Megan Thee Stallion, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? But yeah, that was pretty sad this week. We're almost near the end of the season. Who are we rooting for? Who are we seeing as the winner, as possible Miss Congeniality? And then also, we have UK versus the world going on. Right now, when I'm filming this, it either just got put on WoW Presents, so I haven't been able to watch it yet. But Editing Mikey put in spoilers for who wins, I guess, maybe. This season has been really good. I've been loving it. I will say, I think this is the top 4 that I kind of imagined. All of them are really strong contenders. And I don't really have like this is the person who I want to win. I kind of just like, whoever does win, I'll be like, sure, okay. But I would say between either Tia or Marina, probably Marina if I had to like pick one. I think she's done the best throughout the entire season, aside from like some challenges, but just the way that she's been doing drag has been absolutely incredible. But yeah, give the international girlies a chance. Don't just cut them off or not try them just because of the language barrier. There's subtitles for a reason, and I'm assuming that you can read. Hopefully.
Bitch, you can't read the top!
Now I'm gonna go in with a more shorter, stubbier kind of brush, and I'm gonna go in with this medium gray shade, and we're gonna start creating the depth in our eyes. So just going under all that lighter gray that we put down, and then packing it in first, and then just kind of blending it in to the lighter shade. But yeah, like I said earlier, today I'm getting ready for my first ever show in North Carolina, which is super fun. The scene here has been absolutely incredible. They've welcomed me with open arms, and I'm just so happy to be here, honestly. I do miss South Florida and all my South Florida girlies. I was really worried coming here that I wasn't gonna be able to find a scene, or if there even was a scene. Luckily, I've met some incredible people, and it's been really awesome. For any of my little queer babies or beginner drag artists or anything, if you're scared to either start or you're not sure if there's a scene in your area, do some research, you know? Look up people on Instagram, try to find local bars, clubs, whichever. Just see what's out there, and if there's not a scene in your area, try and start one yourself. You could be the pioneer for a whole bunch of queer people in your area. You could be a little starlet like me and take everyone's hearts. I don't know, things have been going really well. I've really been liking it. But now I'm gonna take this black shade in the corner here, and then on a more like, it's a little bit of a tapered brush, just so I can get a little bit more precision. I'm gonna do the last bit of creating our eye shape. All right, so this is looking fairly intense, which is kind of what I was going for. I'm just gonna go back in with that lighter gray a little bit, and then kind of extend this up a little bit more. So now that we got all the gray and black set down and situated, I'm gonna go in with my favorite little eyeshadow palette, the Stupid Love eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna go in with 911, which is the white eyeshadow. I'm just gonna pack this little brush here, and I'm gonna set that underneath the brow. I'm gonna blend that a little bit onto the side here. And then with that same brush that had the lighter gray eyeshadow on it, not taking with any more product, just kind of using what's already on there, I'm just gonna blend that into the white. So now that we got all that set down, we're gonna go in with our white cream blend stick and a flat angled brush. No, just a regular flat brush. I think I said that in my last video. I don't know. Okay. We're taking a flat brush, we're taking our white cream, and we're gonna start cutting our crease. I'm gonna look straight on, and then I'm gonna kind of stamp it out and trying to get the right shape. And then once I get the angle that I'm looking for, I'm gonna go just a tad bit above it and then angle it out to our wing. Just like that. And once we get the top shape started, we can just blend all that bottom part in. So I'm gonna quickly finish this off camera, do the other side, and then we will work on the liner and all this stuff as well.
2,000 years later.
My lids all nice and cut, and I set them both down with that white eyeshadow that we did the same on our brows. So now we are going to kind of blend out our inner corner part of our eye here. So I'm gonna do just a mix of the light and the medium gray shades, and I'm just gonna start blending out this outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna go on with the black eyeshadow, blending all that in, and then just kind of cleaning up this bottom part of our wing, our eye cut shape wing. You know what I'm talking about. And I think I do kind of want to do that pop of neon yellow, neon green. I think I kind of want to do it in the bottom corner. I'm gonna go in with this taper brush here, and I'm going to try this shade over here. It's like a metallic gunmetal silvery dark gray. Is it gonna pick up on the brush? Should I use a different brush? No, this is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna blend that into the white a little bit with this gunmetal shade, and we'll go in with like a lighter silver in this inner corner part here. So let's use probably this like lighter white icy blue. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that works. So now that we got our eyelids all blended out, I'm going to go in with my liquid eyeliner. This is the Epic Ink liner from NYX, and I've kind of done this before already, so I'm just following the line that we did already, kind of going up a little bit higher so I kind of match up with that white, and then dragging it in kind of with my eye open so I can see the actual wing shape, how it's going to look with my eye open, and then just filling all that in with the pen after I'm done. Kind of finishing up the shape on the top here. And then we're gonna work on this inner corner part here as well. I'm just gonna blend that onto my lid a little bit. All right, so now that we got our inner corner part here, let's do the other eye. We'll put on the neon, and then we'll do our bottom wing liner. I'll finish this eye, be back in a second.
3 weeks later.
Alrighty, so I got our liquid liner all situated. Now I'm gonna take this smaller little, almost like pencil brush, I would say. I'm gonna go in with a neon yellow. Not this. Ignore the palette. We're just using the shade for it. And then I'm just gonna set that all on the bottom. So I'm really liking how that's looking. I'm just going to add a little bit of this sour apple shade from the kimchi palette. I use this in like every video because it's my like go-to palette now. And I'm just gonna add that on top just to kind of intensify it a little bit more. All right, I think that's looking good. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm gonna add in my bottom liquid liner, and then we can start working on some other stuff.
Many months later.
So I got the green all set down. I did my bottom liquid liner. I also took a small little flat brush, liner brush, something. And I kind of just blended that out into the green, and I also kind of touched up the black a little bit with that black eyeshadow from the Cookies and Cream palette. Now we're gonna move on to our white liner. So I'm using the Hotline gel liners from Trixie Cosmetics. I've been really in love with these, honestly. I think these are some of the best gel liners that I've tried, and this white is really good for like doing my inner corner. The black I did for the Lady Gaga photo shoot, photos printed.
Logos printed.
So I'm just going in with a small little liner brush. This is the Morphe M443. So I'm just doing my inner corner, and then I'm going to also add it to my waterline just to kind of open up my eyes a little bit more. And then I'm going to set that down with some white eyeshadow too, and I'll do the same thing on the other side.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Pro tip, don't put a big thing of eyeshadow in your eye when you have contacts in. it doesn't feel good. So now going back in with our white eyeliner and that same brush, I'm just gonna add this under our brow to get a nice highlight going. And then I'm just gonna blend out this bottom part here just a little bit. I'm gonna take that white liner and I'm just gonna go underneath our little horns that we did on our brows. And look at the difference between that. So good, so good. And then I'm also gonna take some of that gel liner and start doing my nose highlight. So just running my brush on the center of my nose, blend that out a little bit, just a touch on the center, blend that out, and then just take a little bit more product and a little dot at the end. So I just did a quick little coat of mascara. So now we're gonna work on some initial highlights. So I'm gonna go in with this highlighter palette that I have from BH Cosmetics that they're no longer in business anymore. And then, is this a clean brush? Yes, it is. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna go in with this first shade here, which is On Point. I'm gonna set that down first, just kind of blend that out a little bit, almost like a really shimmery blush. And then I'm gonna go in with Strobe, which is pretty much a pure white silver almost. And then I'm just gonna concentrate that more on the higher point of my cheekbone. And then after this, we'll add some glitter. Now that we got our highlights all set and done, let's go into some glitter, shall we? So this is the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed Glitters. This one is in the shade Disco Lady. It's a nice holographic glitter. And so I'm just gonna set that with my fingers on my highlight areas. It just adds a little bit of extra oomph. And it also is gonna look really awesome on stage. And I'm gonna try and get it as dispersed as possible. We're gonna move on to lips and we'll get the final look all set and done.
Meanwhile.
So for lips, I'm thinking because we got a whole bunch of boldness going on, both with our eyes and our cheeks, we're just gonna stick with a nice neutral lip. So for my lip liner, I'm gonna go in with a combination of My Mind and Stupid Love on an angle brush, tap out the excess, and I'm gonna start lining my lip shape. So once you got your lip liner all situated, I'm then going to go in with more like a cooler toned nude lipstick shade. I don't think NYX makes these ones anymore, but if you do have it, it is the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this. Once that is done, I'm then gonna go in with the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. This is in the shade Poet. It's more of a lighter, warmer nude. It's got a little bit more pink in it. And I'm just gonna add that to the center part of my lips. I think I'm also gonna just do a little bit of this cream white. Just take off some of that excess and then just dab that in the center part of my lips. Perfect. And I just think adding in those extra layers going in from dark to light really helps you create that illusion of a bigger lip. I think that's gonna be it for makeup today. So I'm gonna go throw on my lashes really quickly. I'm gonna get all my costume, my padding, pretty much everything on, and then we will be right back.
6.5 hours later.
And voila, this is the final look. What do we think? What are we feeling? This is the first time I've ever worn something like this revealing and sexy kind of sorta. I'm kind of loving it, honestly. And this is also the first wig that I styled that I feel like I actually did like something good.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling.
We're feeling good tonight. I feel like the ultimate white 2K pop star, honestly. But I've got a show to get to. I'm editing my key. If you want to throw in some behind the scene clips that you might have gotten throughout the night. Cool. Thank you so much for sharing. Wow, what a wonderful story. Glad we got to see that. Thank you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you liked everything that you saw. And if you want to see more of it, you can head over to my Instagram page at Dollyboy xoxo. You can check that out in the link in the description below. And while you're down there, you might as well go give the video a like, and you go ahead and subscribe to the channel too if you want to see more of this beauty on your screen. I've got to finish packing up here, so I will see you all in the next one. Bye.
Moscow! Moscow! Moscow!
Anyway.